So why, Francesco, why would anyone drink wheatgrass? Why?
I'm guessing they would want to use it as a way to improve their health.
But it tastes freaking disgusting, doesn't it?
May be true, but sometimes things that may not taste that great may be very good for you. You've got to look past the taste.
Is this guy freaking mad or what?
Maybe I am crazy, but I'm healthy.
But he's lying, because whenever I come in here, I ask him if he wants a wheatgrass and he says no. Why?
I've got my taste. I like my fizzy orange drink.
So he's saying that there are benefits to wheatgrass, but the reality is that he lets me drink it and suffer in pain and disgust.
You feel good though. You said it yourself, you don't get that ill that often because of the amount of times you're drinking it.
That's true. It's true, I don't get sick. I got sick once, I think, this year. Just for a few days. Got a bit of a chesty cough, bit of a blocked nose. Pretty standard. But I don't get the flu ever.
That must be because of the effects of the wheatgrass. It must be doing something for you.
Must be the wheatgrass. Think about that for a moment. So yeah, as I was saying, basically I tend to drink this crazy green stuff. Whenever I come in here, I always have a shot. I don't actively do it at home, but it tastes absolutely freaking vile. Some people like the taste, but I think those people are often a little bit odd. I don't like the taste. I get it down as soon as possible. In fact, when it's being juiced, I literally, my whole body, it's like shudders. It's like when you get those kind of chill up your spine and just like your whole body just goes, whoa, just shivers a little bit. I get that every single time. I don't look forward to it. It tastes disgusting, but it is amazing. There's something about it. So let me just clarify exactly why I have it, because obviously why would you put yourself through the pain of having something that tastes disgusting? Why would you put yourself through that pain, Francesco?
You obviously got to be really dedicated to do something like that. If it tastes vile and just awful, then there's obviously got to be a good reason at heart why you're doing that.
You have to be dedicated. Dedicated, so it takes dedication. It doesn't really, it just takes a few seconds of gritting your teeth and downing a shot. I mean, let's face it, right? If you're going to down a shot of tequila, nobody likes the taste of tequila. Well, I mean, maybe some people do, but again, they're a little bit odd, quite often. And so, excuse me if I'm offending anyone, if you can down a shot of tequila, you can down a shot of wheatgrass. For me, what I like about it, the reason why I do it, is because afterwards I do feel slightly more awake, alive. It does do something. I feel the benefits of the wheatgrass, which is, let me clarify what they are. So the reason why I consume it, so basically at a fundamental level, it's a blood builder. So what that means is, and let me be more specific. So essentially the wheatgrass is made up of pure chlorophyll cells that you're putting in your body, and so consequently what that actually is we're going to put a chart, a little example of what I mean, graphical example on the screen right now. So what it means is is that the red blood cells, so the cells running through our body, are basically almost identical to the cell of a chlorophyll cell, so i.e. the wheatgrass. So the only difference is the wheatgrass at the center of the cell has magnesium as a mineral, and the red blood cell has iron. So what does that actually mean? What does that mean, like, in terms of what it does for us? So if you imagine like all of this blood running through our veins, you know, it goes around our body, something insane, like, I don't know how many times I have to remember. In fact, I will find that information out in a minute. When we're consuming wheatgrass and when we're having wheatgrass a lot of the time, what happens is that you're basically building more blood. So there's more blood that's going through your body, and therefore that blood, that hemoglobin, is essentially carrying oxygen in different places in our body. So we're consuming that content, we're consuming that almost like red blood cell. The more we're consuming, the more is building the blood inside of our veins, the more that is carrying oxygen throughout different parts of our body. So that's why when you have it, you feel more energetic. You kind of lose that sense of lethargy, and also it's just like an amazing health tonic. Like, if you have it every day for a month, I guarantee, like, you'll see some significant changes, not only your kind of overall skin, condition of your skin. You'll see it in things like if you have pain or arthritis pains, or it seems like arthritic pain, then that will possibly dissipate, not guaranteed, but there's been reports of people getting situations like that. So if you have regular pain in certain areas of your body, it's worth trying. Like, one shot a day, it's not going to hurt anyone. So for a little bit of pain and disgust for those benefits of like being out of pain is possibly a good reason to consume it. Not only that, it's highly alkaline. Now, I will be doing a whole video about acid alkaline at some stage, but essentially what that means is our blood has to be at a certain pH, or our body has to have a certain balance of alkalinity stroke acid alkalinity, and whenever it's out of balance, it needs to counteract that. So it kind of pulls the resources of alkaline minerals from different places of our body. So for example, our bones, which, you know, over a period of time, a lifetime, can cause things like arthritis and pain and brittle bones and all sorts of shit like that you don't really want. So when you're having like highly alkaline foods like wheatgrass, you're basically supporting your body to buffer those acids and get them out, and also to maintain your pH balance without it draining the resources, the alkaline resources from your own body. So it's an amazing health tonic, and it's so simple to consume. Ideally, grow it at home, juice it, or if not, come here. If you live in Brighton, come here. If you live in a big city somewhere, guarantee there's a place that has it. And if you want to have your other things as well, then do that. So yeah, can I get a double wheatgrass?
A double wheatgrass or two double wheatgrasses?
Two double wheatgrasses.
Two double wheatgrasses, yeah.
Very good, thank you. It's such a disgusting taste, smell.
It's beautiful stuff, isn't it? Just
How many shots do you have a day?
Well, it depends. Some days I might not have a shot, but most days I'll have a shot most days, or some what's left behind. When I feel I've got something coming, I'll certainly have like a shot an hour. Rather than having 3 or 4 or 5 shots in one go, your body finds it very hard to consume that. Because it's quite toxic, even though it's a healthy toxic. It's a lot to take in one go, and your body will reject it because it's not used to it. But if you stagger it, and you can say have a shot an hour for 4 or 5 hours, that's 5 or 6 shots. Your body can handle it, and it will boost your immune system. And in every time it's prevented a cold or flu happening. Many customers come to my shop because they're ill, and they say, "Good afternoon, I've got a stinking cold." So of course the first thing I do is, well, try to run away, obviously. But no, I get my automatic protection into gear, and while I'm doing them a wheatgrass, I'll make sure I have one as well.
Yeah.
And touch wood, I can honestly say I haven't had a day off with a flu, a bug, a virus, or a cold in way over 15 years, 18 years probably.
Wow. You mentioned as well, like, that you've tried it with your eye, or there's some other little funky techniques you can use with wheatgrass. What is it?
Well, there was 3 times over the last, maybe in the last, not haven't happened for a couple of years, but over a period of the last 10 years, 3 times I've woken up with a problem in my eye, and one which I thought was like a piece of grit. You know, when you feel you've got a bit of stone or a little bit of dust or grit under your eyeball, and it makes your eye sore. And it turned out that in the end I had when I'm run down, I'd have a little spot, like a pimple that would appear under an eyelid. But of course at the time you think it's a bit of grit, and you're trying to put your eyelid over your lower eyelid to get this bit of grit out, and it never worked. And I realised it must be on my skin, but of course it was pointing at my cornea or my eye, and it was scratching the eye and making my eye sore. But I knew instinctively that I felt that I had to do like a wheatgrass eye wash, in a similar way where some people might use an Optrex if they're doing an eye wash for something. I knew that wheatgrass would work, and I've done it 3 times. I thought, well, I'll put some in a shot cup, one of which I've got here. So I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to show you. So I would maybe put a little bit of wheatgrass. It doesn't have to be that much. You can use less of it. I may have used about that much, and that can quite easily fit around the eye without it being spilt everywhere around your face. And I'm not going to do it now, but I have done wheatgrass eye washes, and I knew that it wasn't going to do me any harm. Wheatgrass is quite similar in character, even though it's a different colour, to blood, hemoglobin. And then I went up to the eye hospital after I'd done that 2 or 3 times, and I felt instantly the worst of my problem was beginning to go away. That's a double shot of wheatgrass. That's a 2-ounce shot. 1 ounce, half the amount of this is meant to be the equivalent of all your 5 a day in terms of green nutrition. The reason many people take the wheatgrass is because they're not getting enough greens in their diet. Many people who are maybe relying more on fast food, convenience food, microwave meals or ready meals, and processed foods, they're not getting enough green foods. Even in an Italian restaurant, for example, you can have a 3-course meal with no greens in at all. They'd have garlic bread or prawn cocktail to start with, a pizza or pasta for a main course, and then for pudding they'd have ice cream or cheesecake. No greens at all. So most people know that we need greens in our diet, and that's why generally many of our customers come in and have a shot a day. They'd either have a single shot or double shot, but that's the double shot, 2 ounces, equivalent to 10 of your 5 a day.
Okay, so I've just gone and filmed a couple of clips downstairs, and what happened?
Well, you brought some wheatgrass shots up, kind of spilt it, and we lost it, so we've got 2 new ones, which we're going to try right now.
I spilt it because what I was trying to do is walk up the stairs filming me carrying the wheatgrass shots. So I walked up the stairs with the wheatgrass shots, then what happened?
You got to the table, which is the last point where we are, and then it kind of spilt all over the floor, and it went everywhere. It smelt very grassy, put it that way.
And then what did we think we had as an advantage of that? Because we were thinking, yeah, great, oh, well, you know, it's bad that we spilt the shots and it's messy, and I've just probably wasted about £8. But what we thought, yes, we've got something out of it. What did we think we had?
Well, we thought we had a blooper, but we don't even have that, because that's gone.
We thought we had a blooper.
It wasn't even filmed.
But I didn't hit record when I was carrying the wheatgrass. So this is just the nature.
We lost the wheatgrass shots, and we lost the blooper.
We lost the blooper and the wheatgrass shots. So we've now just got 2 new ones. And we've got another thing of water to help with the pain. Yeah, I'm going to film Francesco. He thinks we should both do it together, but he doesn't actually have a choice in the matter. Because he works for me, so it's part of his employment
here at Imagine Radio
criteria.
This is what we do. So good look at this. First ever wheatgrass shot. So try and down it in one. Let's do this. You know what? There's a bit of a weird taste with that, but honestly, that's not actually that bad. And that's me being actually brutally honest.
You're such a liar.
What are you complaining about? You
Such
always
a liar.
complain it to be way worse. That's not that bad.
Okay.
Your turn now. Right, you give me this. What are you complaining about? That's not that bad at all.
Okay. So I hate it. I really do hate it.
See, he needed a drink of water. I didn't even need that.
It's alright if you just take this stuff fast. Chin chin. Down the hatch.
Wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass 101. So I hope that's been useful. If you have some questions below, like I'll be happy to elaborate more on some of the things that I've spoken about. But yeah, it's try it and leave a comment, give us a like, send some love our way, share the video if you found it useful, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Thanks for listening. Francesco? Is that you? Francesco? Whatever you do, be aware that over-consuming wheatgrass could have catastrophic consequences.